In the past, I have talked about Alter Ego before because Tower Defense Simulator and Below Natural had followed this account, which is @PlayAlterEgo on Twitter, and has the Alter Ego title in all caps, and now says joystick Paradoxum Games, so likely it's play@Paradoxum Games. All we had from leaks from Alter Ego was this thing, a aerial A and E, which is looking a little bit brat if you ask me, which is a totally perfect title for a game, you know? However, quite recently, 8 hours ago from when this video is being recorded, they have updated their profile picture and added a new tweet. So firstly, the profile picture shows a horror type of person with arms and hands around a head. This person looks very depressed, meanwhile this looks very menacing. Meanwhile, accompanying the tweet, Alter Ego, face your ego. So firstly, we have someone who appears to be sleeping, or at least in pajamas, then having their ego, or alter ego, being some sort of devil looking person with teeth. Then we got whatever this hooded person looks like with bucktooth. Their alter ego appears to look similar to the nuclear monster. I'll say nuclear monster. This is just green. Well, this is black. This is going to be red. This is yellow. And this is dark blue. Then we have the commander. Yes, this is the commander from Tower Defense Simulator. You can see the Paradoxum Games logo on its cap, and you can see its radio glowing green. But then behind it, you can see something red. I don't know what this red thing could possibly be. It's not very clear what it is because you can't see its eyes. Meanwhile here, yellow, you can see a Viking. Now, I initially thought that this was Below Natural, because in case you didn't know, Below Natural has a profile image similar to this and wears something on Roblox that's quite similar to this. This is because of the Viking helmet. As you can see here, Below Natural's former avatar had the Viking helmet, and the Viking helmet has always been part of Below Natural's avatar, which is why here I initially thought that this was Below Natural. But as you can see, it holds a sword and a shield of some kind, but then also behind it you can see the Viking helmet and teeth. Why is the scary part always the teeth? I just had my fillings deep cleaned, you know. Anyways, maybe this is a representation of Below Natural's alter ego, and then maybe the commander's alter ego is fearing that Liverpool have just won the Premier League. Unfortunately for you, sir, Liverpool have just won the Premier League. And then finally, on the blue one, dark blue one, you can see something that looks, I'd say, similar to the Scout, except that this person is appearing to wear glasses and has hair of some kind. So this is maybe more engineering type things. But this does look like a Crook Boss Mafia of some kind, suited up and booted up. So perhaps this is the Crook Boss instead, but then again, this doesn't look like any Crook Boss skins that I know of, because none of them have hair. Well, actually, the default one doesn't have hair, and that's what the skins here appear to be based on, the default person. I mean, of course, Dark Shadow does have hair, but this is clearly not Dark Shadow's skin. Now, with this, there's a lot of speculation on what Alter Ego is. Firstly, yes, it is a different game to Tower Defense Simulator, and it is the second game released by Paradoxum Games, because Tower Defense Simulator is their one and only game that they've released. Secondly, it looks like Alter Ego appears to be a horror game. With all of the scary elements like teeth involved in this, it looks like it will be a horror type game. Whether it's similar to, what is the game in The Hunt? Pressure or something like that, or whatever the other one is in Roblox that's famous. I don't actually remember because I don't play horror games. Now this does appear to be a completely different genre to what Tower Defense Simulator occupies, which I think that is fair enough, because you don't want to jeopardize one fan base for another fan base. And sure, there'll be some people will be playing both, but the majority of players will either be playing one or the other. There won't be any crossover, much crossover at least, between the two. Furthermore, in the past, Tower Defense Simulator, or Below Natural, has said that they were focusing on Alter Ego's development, which may be why Tower Defense Simulator went to bi-weekly updates, but the updates for Alter Ego will not jeopardize the updates for Tower Defense Simulator. Now, the question is, when does Alter Ego release? If you ask me, all of these teasers may be for something in at least September, probably even longer. I don't know, or I wouldn't put heavy money on this game releasing before Christmas. I would imagine that the timeline does involve it releasing before Christmas, only because that's when the player base of Roblox significantly increases as everyone goes off from their school jobs for Christmas break. But if you ask me, the most likely date for this being released is probably sometime in 2026. Now, from this, people have asked for other characters to be involved in Alter Ego. For example, some people have asked for the Umbria to be involved. What's her alter ego going to be? Prenumbrous or something? I don't know. Prenumbrous' alter ego probably is something to do with the Umbria, let's be real. Furthermore, we don't know how much Tower Defense Simulator elements are going to be involved. Yes, you have the commander, and yes, you have something that looks like the Crook boss, and yes, you have what appears to be below natural. And this one, actually, thinking about it, could be the Gravedigger, but then again, this looks a little bit like the nuclear monster with the horns. However, I don't know how interconnected the lore between Alter Ego and Tower Defense Simulator is going to be. Obviously, there's going to be clearly some reused elements from Tower Defense Simulator, but it doesn't seem like it's going to have a similar timeline to Tower Defense Simulator, at least from the leaks we know, because I don't see any of these Alter Ego characters in Tower Defense Simulator. Like, obviously that's going to be the case, because that's going to be a different storyline. That obviously means that this is a different game, as stated previously. And of course, this is just a teaser. This is only an image, a hand-drawn image that Below Natural or Alter Ego has commissioned, not exactly indicative of any gameplay elements, and we are just speculating here. We don't know what this game officially is about. Now, this does interest me on whether Paradoxum Games would change their handle from Tower Defense Simulator to just Paradoxum Games, given the fact that, technically speaking, this is Paradoxum Games, developers of Tower Defense Simulator on Roblox. This may be the account used for both, tweeting about Alter Ego, as they have done here, reposting the Alter Ego tweet and Tower Defense Simulator tweets. Then again, what would the alternative Tower Defense Simulator handle be, given the fact that I believe Tower Defense Simulator has been taken on Twitter? However, I would expect more leaks for Alter Ego coming in the coming months. I wouldn't say they're coming out regularly, like at least every week, but I would imagine that sometime down in the future we'll get some gameplay leaks or an actual confirmation of what the game actually is about.